Theater of the Mind is a dark comedy podcast. Viewers' discretion is advised. Content warnings are available in the description below.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind, episode number 23. My name's Mike. I'm your dungeon master for the evening, and tonight's question from the Ultimate Campfire card deck by James D'Amato is: if the challenges in your life felt out of control and you couldn't look to your companions, who would you turn to and how would they react?
Hi, my name's Amanda and I'm playing Mel Kelly. Mel is a very short trip away from some serious realizations about herself and the world she lives in. A week ago, if you asked her this question, she would not have known where to turn, probably begged favor of her patron, and possibly curled up in a little ball and started crying. Now she's angry. She's nearly died, and she has deep-seated trust issues involving anybody outside of her immediate companions. She might just strap her big girl panties on and figure this shit out for herself.
There you go.
I'm Jeremy, and I'm playing Elliot Brandybane. And if Elliot if he's in circumstances beyond his control that no one can help with, he pretty much by default would fall back on his faith and see what happened.
Fair.
I am Burnell, and I am playing Olnak Vaga Johnson. Does your mom count as a companion? Or is it just the
people at the table? That's your companions.
Okay. So, Olnak's been through some shit before where he felt completely out of control. And if he couldn't talk to his dad or his mom, he really wouldn't know who to lean on. He had a person that he thought he could lean on. And that person is no longer around and kind of wants nothing to do with him. So really would try to lean on, if Olnak can't talk to his mom or his dad directly, then he'll kind of go through his own head and kind of think like, what advice would my parents maybe give me on this? Try to kind of walk through the process of what he's been through with them before, see if there's any answers within that. Because he doesn't have any faith to fall back onto. He's never really been very religious.
Who's the person you used to leave? That you no longer can.
Ex-wife. Kind of something that just fell apart after the incident.
Fair.
I'm Downs. I'm playing James O'Brien, and James hasn't really relied on anybody else other than himself until recently. And if he can't rely on anybody here, then he's going to go default and rely on himself. It's worked out so far, more or less.
Sort of, yeah.
Mel could use lessons.
I'm Casey. I play Emery Lee. Emery would have in the past reached out to her parents about things she couldn't control, but that's in going away to college. She kind of had some fallings out with her parents. Hasn't really talked to them a lot. She wasn't actively in school. She had teachers she liked and trusted for a while, but isn't currently going to school. So she doesn't really have a lot of people outside of this group either, which is one of the reasons why she was so willing to abandon Junction so quickly. So, yeah.
Fair.
This is a sad, traumatized group of adventurers with
As we've
no
covered
friends and
many
no
a time.
family and no trusted ones.
Well adjusted. All right, on that.
We're all doing good. It's fine. We're fine.
This band would be called Trust Issues.
Yeah.
All aboard the emotional trauma train.
Theater of the Mind presents Retribution, brought to you by Trust Issues Incorporated.
And please check out our new sponsor, BetterHelp.
If only. All right.
On that uplifting note, let's go ahead and roll for recap. Go highest.
16.
The ones that have betrayed me.
12.
Where are you?
5.
That's an 8.
All right.
Wow.
16 wins.
You guys rolled like garbage.
I'm saving those rolls for things that count.
I can't roll them on the things that count. So last episode we had a big fight in the cathedral. We pretty handily took out the high patron and a bunch of monks and took off after Jacob, who had been stolen by a couple of nuns. We murdered all of the nuns we could see, including the high matron, who really fucked Mel up. Was determined to put Mel in the ground and luckily did not manage to do so. And we finally caught up to the room that the nuns had Jacob in, busted down the door, and that's where we left off.
When you call it a weird stick, it sounds way less scary.
We don't
He was
have
pointing a
context for
stick
what
at-
this thing is, so
Yeah, that could be a wand of some sort for all we know.
It could
Yeah.
be.
but we're trying to get out of this situation so we can get out of this horrible, fucked up cathedral and back on our way.
I'm still a werewolf.
We'll deal with that. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
This was an option.
And Mel was actively dying for 12 seconds.
Yes.
We
But it
are
felt
aware
longer.
of that.
Yeah. That was a better one. You've been struggling tonight with
And Elliot fell off a wall. And Elliot fell off a wall.
had a parkour fail coming down the tower.
After a 15-round sprint through a cathedral.
It's amazing how much that like battle episodes condense in the summary.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, that.
Well, excellent. Olnak. The door is open. There's a woman holding a thing to the boy's head.
How far away am I?
You can make it to her. The boy's between you and her.
Is there any way I can shield the boy?
No. This is cliche hostage situation,
Yeah. If I move, he...
except the thing's not a fucking Glock or whatever. It's a thing.
Damn it! I don't have my axe. I laid it down.
Correct.
Defensive posture. I'm just gonna stand there.
Emery.
I look really mad about it, but I raise my hands again.
Elliot.
He is not going to draw another arrow, and from around the doorway, he's going to say, "What are your demands?"
Is anybody going to be an aggressor?
No, but I will actively attempt to persuade her to put whatever the hell that thing is down and let us have Jacob.
James, what are you going to do?
I don't even get to roll for that?
I'm seeing...
It's not your time.
It,
Oh, actually, what
Actually,
I guess it
it was
is.
my
Okay, you
turn.
can... What are you doing?
I'm trying to persuade her to put whatever that thing is down and let us have Jacob.
You can try.
I would like to try.
We'll run it as a skill challenge. This one won't be the easiest because she has pretty firm motivations for why she's doing what she's doing. So I'm going to say it's going to probably take 5 successes to get her to totally chill. And we'll say 4 fails, and this is... Sound fair?
Yeah.
Fair is a relative term, but I accept your terms.
All right.
So how many successes?
5.
Okay.
And because this is now firmly a conversation, we can drop out of initiative order.
Dirty 20.
That was 1 success towards diffusing the situation.
Okay.
That means I don't have to try to persuade.
You do not have to, no.
I would advise strongly against
I only
it.
have a +1.
That's why I would advise strongly against it.
If we were intimidating, I have a +3. But
That's
that's
the
not what we're
opposite
doing.
direction.
We're
That's not going to
definitely
diffuse. It's going to
persuading.
make it worse.
I'm gonna drop the dagger that I have, and I'm gonna raise my hands, and I'm going to back away. I'm not gonna look at the knife or anything. I'm just gonna look at her and just back up till I get to the wall.
I
Okay.
will come closer, but non-threateningly. Like as much of a let's talk it out. It's like we can come to an understanding where everyone is okay.
You
and
stay over
everyone
there.
is safe.
I've seen what you guys are capable of. You stay over there.
If it makes you feel any better, I feel like absolute shit.
It'll make the boy feel better if you stay.
Okay, I'll stay over here then.
There's no reason to threaten the boy. He's not the catch here. He's not the one your god wants.
Are you sure about that?
Reasonably. Because the god was coming here to see us. If you want a real prize for him, you should let the boy go. And take one of us instead.
I concur. You can have me.
The wolf would be an interesting catch for Lord Ashraffael, for certain. The wolf would be the cherry on top.
Will you spare the boy for me?
No.
Will you spare the boy for any one of us? No offense, guys.
You are all cherries atop this prize.
Would you have let me made a roll on that one?
You can make a roll to calm,
Okay.
to diffuse. You're having a conversation.
Yeah.
What would that be?
Persuasion. You can roll.
That's
You are
a
acting persuasively.
dirty 20.
Okay, that's a success.
Could I as well, after like dropping my knife and backing away, like trying to diffuse?
Sure.
10.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to stand here with my hand up.
Elliot is going to look around. He's going to look over his shoulder, and he's going to say, "What the hell is that? I heard something." And he's going to walk away.
Okay. Roll deception?
That would be legit.
This will be separate from the wins and fails. This is just to see if she buys it.
Yeah. This was a 12 on a deception.
Okay. You're not her primary concern. You've just removed yourself from
Yeah, I
potential
just walked
threats. She's... Okay.
Above all, we don't want anything to happen to Jacob.
Nor do I.
So what are you attempting to do to him right now? Help us understand.
I am
We really just...
here to bring the boy to proper salvation.
I have reason to believe this is not the correct church for that. There are other churches that are supposed to give him a safe and salvatorious. There's other places that he is supposed to be, and this is not that place. I have it on authority.
Okay, go ahead and roll to defuse.
I feel like that would be a word that Val would attempt to use, thinking she sounded
Yeah.
smarter.
Absolutely.
That wasn't me forgetting vocabulary. Oh, shit. That's 9.
Okay, that's 3 up, 2 down.
Is she gonna help us understand?
When's the last time you had a conversation with your friend?
It's been a
Before
little
this
bit. But I tried to talk to my friend a little bit ago.
Man, what kind of vibes do you...
Indifferent.
That's none of your business. That's between me and my patron.
Patron's an interesting choice of words for him.
With that said, I mean, overall, you've all been very polite. All in all, we can probably still salvage this situation.
We have done our utmost to be polite.
You really have.
And you've murdered both of the leaders of my church.
They threatened our well-being first. We tried to leave cordially first.
They tried to cure your friend of a curse.
In the
Against
most
his will.
violent and upsetting way possible. And we don't actually believe it. I know this is hard to believe, but we do not come from a society where that level of violence is either condoned or acceptable. Which makes us all suspect, I know, but times are hard, okay? That's my demon to deal with on my own time.
Go ahead and roll another.
Can she, because I was helping on that one. I was...
Shh.
I was making a simultaneous argument for the same
Another
thing.
dirty 20.
So Elliot stepped around the corner and he tried to cast Disguise Self on himself to make himself look like the High Patron. He realizes he's out of spell slots and cannot cast Disguise Self on him and is like, shit, that's not going to work.
That makes sense. I was wondering what you were doing.
Yeah. He stepped around the corner and then he's like, I look like a zombie. I'm going to...
And Marie standing in the
it's not
hallway is
working.
like watching him out of the corner of her eye.
Shit.
He steps around the hallway, waves his hands, and gets frustrated.
And then he's going to...
Damn it, I still look like me.
He's going to go back to the hallway looking at him again.
Everything good in the hallway there?
No,
Oh,
but
I guess it's a good thing I'm staying in here for the time being, isn't it?
yeah, probably is. So I really am curious. What do you want? What do you want of us?
The boy.
Will
You're all
Right.
bonus points. Lord Ashraphael will happily absolve you of your wrongdoings and invite you into his fold.
But why do you want Jacob? He is an absolutely average 8-year-old boy, I can assure you.
It is not my place to question what is expected of me.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe it's time we start asking questions of the things that are expected of us. Did you ever think of that?
The things they were expecting of you
Might not be right.
and put everyone here in danger.
So far, go ahead and you guys can roll. So far, the deviation from their plan has killed most everyone I know.
15?
She lowers the thing.
We don't know what this thing is.
You don't know what this thing is. It looks like a different stick. This is not the hitting stick.
It's a power stick. It was a boomstick. That's what it is.
It's
It's
a
a boomstick.
wand, baby. I don't know.
I cannot let the boy leave until Lord Ashraphael is here.
So you're going to hold him here for 4 days.
I intend to feed and care for the child, but yes.
May I
Well,
ask your name?
if we don't get
I am none 3. Named
Weird.
Teresa.
None.
Nancy. So
Nancy.
I just said that because it sounds like 3.
Theresa.
if we don't
she's
get
Theresa.
if we don't get Alnock cured of his curse, he's going to be a danger to everybody tomorrow, and the boy might not make it to Ashraphael.
It's a good thing that all of our doors in these rooms can lock, isn't it?
We just saw him in his normal form break through one of them.
Yeah.
Not even wolfed out. Just point that out.
You guys made
I
very
saw
strong doors, though.
you break through a door.
That's what you saw on your side. I hit the door first.
Yeah, he got frustrated and threw me through the door.
So I saw you not break a door, and then I saw
Without
you break a
superhuman
door.
abilities.
Just saying the
I have
odds
plenty
are
of reason to believe that the boy has a much higher chance of surviving inside of this, essentially a castle, than he does in the woods with you.
That's unfortunately a fair point.
But if you were to cure him of his curse, then there wouldn't be any danger at all.
You would be correct. If we had been able to cure him of his curse, there would be very little danger to any of us.
Boy, we're just digging ourselves a deeper grave, aren't we? You know any good jokes, Nun 3?
A group of 5 strangers walk into a cathedral.
That's a
They
funny
think they're smarter than God.
I don't see what's funny about that.
Does anyone else know any killer jokes? Because I know of one.
Is she still have a hold of Jacob, even though
She's still holding him. It's not like, chokehold around the throat or anything. She's got her hand on his shoulder.
And I'm going to look at Jacob and say, Jacob, are you okay?
They haven't hurt me. I'm scared.
It's okay, buddy. Where's Charlie?
He's tied up outside. You saw that when you walked past. He was muzzled and tied up outside.
I thought he was on a leash with them.
Oh, no, sorry. I did a poor job. He's tied up to the building outside. Muzzled and all those things. But perfectly unharmed. 'Cause I don't want to hurt puppies.
but you'll threaten children.
That's different.
Just
Fake children that aren't real.
Fake children.
well,
no,
that
not
is
real.
happy.
I'm gonna try making eye
I'm
contact
less
with
scared
Mel.
of the internet moms than I am of getting the hate that PETA will throw our way.
Yeah.
That's fair. And the threatening children thing moves the story along. Threatening animals is just sick.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything that advance the plot.
I'm gonna try to get eye contact from the people that I can see. Like seriously though, does anyone know of any good jokes?
I don't think that's gonna help the situation.
doing,
Why
man?
would that help right now?
You're not a bard.
It's a spell, but if it fails, everything's gonna go to hell.
I know some jokes, but they're not appropriate right now. Well, ma'am, I'll tell you what. You won. You won.
We have very different ways of calculating wins and losses, but
So what do you want to do now? You've
We-
got the boy. What do you want us to do?
I cannot cure you.
That doesn't.
I'm not high enough level. That one of the people who can do so is bleeding in the hallway, the other is bleeding in the cathedral. And I
Nope,
fear-
they've stopped doing both of those things.
I fear I don't have the abilities to undo the damage done.
Do you have a room that can hold me?
We can do our damnedest.
Any chains made of silver?
No, despite having some understanding of what to do with someone in your situation, this is not our average cup of tea. Frankly, you're free to leave.
We're not leaving Jacob here.
What if I leave temporarily,
Well, you're a threat to something else.
but not you?
That is not a guarantee. The wolf wants to kill.
It's been too long. I was going to say, is there any death saves left on the matron?
And she failed, and you guys shot her. She got
Yeah.
2 poor rolls and 1 eldritch blast to the face.
Okay.
I was trying. She died.
did.
The patron also failed. I can't roll
Well,
death
sorry,
saves
the,
to
ma-
save
the,
my
ma-
life.
the mace to the face probably was
Uh,
rough on that one.
He was well on his way there.
Because we're kind of at an impasse at the moment, Mel's going to ask, what do you know about the creature that gives me power? You seem to have all of this information. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it.
Elliot's going to put his bow down and he's going to sit down in the room, leaned against the wall. And he's going to rest.
It's a big day.
It's been
A lot of running, fell off a wall. Not feeling great.
Your fingers hurt.
my linens are all tore up.
Yeah. Mel hurts.
Mel is an athlete and is used to ignoring physical pain. But her concussion's probably flared up again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you've got a splitting headache.
But anyway, back to Mel.
So the nun, she again, she's still standing behind the boy. She does just have her hand on his shoulder now. And almost vaguely protective sort of gesture. You feel that the threat to Jacob is, at least for the time being, gone. And she pulls Jacob with her towards the wall where there are a couple of chairs. She has Jacob sit down in the chair next to her. And she kind of crosses her arms. She's still holding the stick. And it's pointed vaguely in his direction. It's mostly because he's on her left and she's right-handed. So as she crosses her arm, that's the direction the stick goes, right?
What does the stick look like?
It looks like about 12-ish inch piece of round stock, highly polished. About maybe a 1/4 inch in diameter.
Made out of wood or metal?
Metal.
Like a really long pencil.
Kind of.
Thinness.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. And it has a vague taper from the handle to the tip. Like, it's not like a cone, but it vaguely kind of tapers down to a smaller tip than it is at the base, or the handle, or the whatever part you want to call in her hand. So she sits fairly surprisingly relaxed at this point. You guys did do a very effective job of diffusing the situation. And she looks at Mel and says, I know enough about your patron, was the term you used, I believe.
I don't know. Somebody told me that's what you call these things, and it sounded good, so I stuck with it.
I know enough about your patron to know that if I were to engage in a deal with him, I would make sure I understood the terms and conditions.
Oh, for fuck's
This
sake!
man,
We've already been over that part.
And assuming you didn't.
assuming I didn't read the terms and conditions,
Yes.
I would do everything in my power to do as he asked.
Why?
How much do you tell me? Where do I start? What do you know about your patron?
He's kind of a spooky blob guy.
Yeah.
You like spooky ringtones?
He does not seem to be the kind of person you want to cross.
Well, there's that. I assume I know nothing. All of this is new. I didn't ask any questions. Yes, I know it was dumb. Please spare me the lecture again.
Has he at least given you the courtesy of knowing his own name?
No,
No?
I haven't earned that right.
You know, generally when I meet a weird, amorphous, shadowy figure, I ask their name first.
My concern is I know enough about who you're speaking with that if he has chosen to not tell you, I fear being on his wrong side.
Mel could cover her ears and you could tell me.
Fucking roll of persuasion.
Or you could just tell me. Like, I can't deal with the secret.
Great. That was a 10.
Okay, nah.
He wouldn't be.
Fair. That was a good try, though, but nah.
I haven't been explicitly forbidden.
Then how about you don't tell me his name, you just tell me what you know, because I know nothing about any of this. As far as I'm concerned, this is all a horrible nightmare, and I'm gonna wake up, and I don't know any of these people, and I'm gonna go to class tomorrow morning.
I'll be damned if I'm some kind of figment of your imagination.
I have very vivid
That would make your conversation at the end make a little more sense. If she was concussed, thinking up a character. Tell me a joke. I need a joke now.
Jokes help diffuse situations.
I made a lot of poor choices, and I'm trying to understand. We're
I don't-
at an impasse here. You have information. Why not help?
I do not mean to apparently pile on. I apologize. I just...
Hey, it's been a stressful day for all of us.
Yes. I am amazed to be having a conversation with you guys. I assumed you would be dead. After you
too.
decided to confront the High Patron. It's too bad. He had high hopes for you. But
If it's any consolation, I was dead for a little bit.
that helps a bit.
Okay, good.
What I can tell you is Lord Ashraphael will be here in 3 days. Lord Ashraphael has intimate knowledge of your patron. Lord Ashraphael has the ability to remove your curse. I refuse to cross your patron. I would almost sooner upset Lord Ashraphael
Whoa.
than cross your patron.
Who in the heck did you make a deal with that this person would rather cross their own god?
I have many.
One of their own gods.
What I
you
can
tell
tell
me,
you-
You better not have made a
Is
deal
he
with
one of my
Immortal.
one of your gods?
That is a conversation between you and your patron, dear. What I can tell you is our job with the church under Lord Ashraphael is to come and ready the land for Amoritar's reign. We are what we call missionaries.
Emery rolls her eyes as hard as I just did.
We
Tries
go
to do it slightly subtly though.
ahead of the army, and we try to help the locals understand the gifts that Lord Amoritar and his followers can bring. Why we are here now in this mountain, centrally located
In the
within.
middle of fucking nowhere.
Very far from any population centers that contain people that you would talk to.
If you think about it, only the worthy can make the pilgrimage.
How do you transport this place?
That's way over my pay grade.
You get paid?
Right?
I'm allowed food and
I mean, that's not really payment. You're supposed to have room and board.
you spend money for your housing normally, do you not?
I used to.
Used to, and now you don't have that anymore.
Right. I just kill people for fun.
Yeah,
Apparently. I don't know.
you're winning this moral argument, large one.
Yeah.
That is how this is going.
I am. I'm fucking crushing it.
Two,
I don't-
two
I don't
systems
have
can be
money.
fucked up at once.
Is the point. There's no longer money. So money is not the thing. So you're
I am everything that I need is provided for me so long as I do service for the church. So I do not receive monetary gain, but I have no need for it.
there's an exchange. All right, fair.
I am fed hearty, sustaining fresh food. I am kept in comfortable, safe quarters.
Ish. Comfortable-ish.
Safe-ish.
Unless your quarters are nicer than where you let us.
They are near identical.
Then, I mean, you get a rock to lay on.
We got a bed.
Call that a bed?
It was like the hardest bed I've ever slept on.
And I was on a naval ship.
I'm not sure how you make your beds, but that was a proper straw mattress. It's
Well, there's the
We have
difference.
better technology these days.
Had.
Yeah.
Hey, mattresses still exist. People still know how to
That's
make
true.
those.
They're not
You just
electric.
don't have the factory equipment
We're
to
getting
make
off
them in
topic.
mass.
Just a little off topic.
Sorry, that's
So essentially, what
Maybe I
I'm
do.
hearing is that you're not going to tell me anything because
I will not cross your patron.
how do you know he's listened to you? He barely fucking cares about me.
How do you think we knew that Jacob would be arriving?
It's not the right color.
The church is wrong.
So unless you want to get to painting, this is the wrong
According
church.
to what we were shown, or she was shown, or whatever.
If you really don't want to cross this guy,
I was
then
told
Jacob
to
has
bring
to go
him somewhere
else.
very different than here. So this is not where he was supposed to be.
I have it on very high authority that this is a solid plan.
I was not told of such plan B, and you would think that
When
maybe
is the
that
last
would have been
time you
mentioned.
spoke with your patron, and
Well,
how
he
did
can
that
ping me anytime
conversation
he
go?
fucking wants.
And I'm pretty sure it was like 10 minutes ago.
It was, actually.
And he was kind of like, meh.
He gave, I think the exact wording was, a vaguely positive vibe.
That's not the same as
After
go this way.
a pretty
this
rough
is the
roll
right
on a
choice.
D20.
Quite frankly, I'm sort of suspect of the general motives here. In fact, I'm suspect of anything. And anyone who believes that you can achieve salvations or salutations or whatever through pain is not somewhere I want to leave an 8-year-old boy.
And also, you said yourself that you would do everything in your power to not cross this guy. So based on the information that we have directly from him, this is not the place to be.
Which means that we'd be crossing him.
And I have it on very high authority that this is a
Okay,
solid
but
plan
we
B.
don't know your resources, and we don't know whether or not they're accurate.
I apologize. I have given a bad impression. I am not
You
here to
have.
convince you that Jacob's staying. That's not my role in this conversation. Jacob's staying.
Mel's
You
gonna-
can make peace with that if you would like to. You could be upset about it if you would like to. Your reaction to this situation is not my responsibility.
Mel's gonna play with fire.
And do what?
Mel's gonna try to talk to her patron.
Okay. Cool. That's
Oh,
not what I thought was about to happen.
I will admit that
What's going on?
firebolting the nun or Eldritch blasting her, as the case may be, did cross my mind. But I rolled higher on that wisdom save.
What'd you roll?
The one that rolled to talk to my patron, I rolled a 6.
Jesus.
The one I rolled to not or to Eldritch blast the nun, I rolled a 17. So I decided that would be unwise.
If you would like to confer with your patron, perhaps a calmer environment would help you.
I don't think anything in this world could make me
You-
calm right now.
Are welcome to go into one of the adjoining bedrooms. Calm yourself, have some time alone. I will allow the rest of your friends to keep me company whilst I accompany the boy. We will not leave this room.
I'll stand in the hall where I can see.
Oh, on the other side of the door, you don't know how to... Oh, you broke it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You broke the door.
The door's open. Yes.
I guess if you do not wish to be comfortable, then you can stand in a hallway instead.
I wish to have everybody where I can see them.
Okay. So you go in the hallway?
Yep.
While she's moving, Elliot's going to very nonchalantly and casually, he's reading on it, he's going to move his hunter's mark. It lasts for an hour. He's going to move his hunter's mark.
How do you actually do that? Is it just a think it? Is there a verbal somatic?
It's a verbal component to hunter's
Okay.
mark. As a bonus action, I can move it after the person it is dies, which was on the matron last.
Yep.
Um,
Who's very dead.
Yep.
is it verbal to move it, or is it just verbal to cast it?
It doesn't give me information on moving it.
So we'll assume it's
verbal to
verbal.
cast it.
Okay.
And he is going to move it to Jacob.
Oh, so you can track him later. Okay, gotcha. Do you want her to be aware? Do you care if she's aware?
I would prefer she didn't know.
Go ahead and roll a stealth.
All right. Oh, that's probably pretty good. 23.
Okay. I'm not gonna fucking roll
Here's
that.
butter something. Hide it with a cough.
Okay, you accomplish that. Anybody else want to do anything while Mel migrates to the hall?
Yeah, he's going to go out and get Charlie. He's going to untie him. He's going to unmuzzle him. He's going to just throw the muzzle as far as he can throw it.
Perfect.
Well, Belle's doing her thing where she's trying to calm down and talk to her, whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna just kind of try to meditate again and see if I can hear animals. Because reasons. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yours will come after because yours takes 10 minutes to engage. Do you want to do anything on this confusing list of surprises for later?
I'm just sitting and watching.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come back in with Charlie and sit down.
As you... We'll just clear yours real quick. As you move, you do see more nuns and monks making their way through. They are now attempting to... you see some attempting to clean the cathedral. The pew that was on fire is snuffed out thoroughly. And they are trying to clean the courtyard up. As you go and get Charlie, they shy away from you. They're absolutely terrified of you. But you have not cleared the castle by any means.
Gotcha.
Did we get an idea of how many people lived here when we were given a tour or when we were eating a meal?
There's quite a few. I mean, there's 2 floors on each side for housing. You saw a large table surrounded with nuns.
Yeah.
You've heard their numbers, but you've by no means.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just curious if we had a more exact count. Okay.
I don't have that.
Okay.
Number. You don't see any more red robes, though. I mean, just the ones that were there. They haven't moved. All right, you go out in the hallway.
I'm gonna sit down against like the probably opposite so I can see into the room. Like sit on the opposite side of the hallway directly across from the door.
Okay.
And lean up against the wall.
So say this works in this situation similar to a ritual. You just gotta, not unlike Olnox, speak with animals. You're able to sit, you're able to zen out and actually get the call to go through, so to speak.
Can I kind of describe, I think, what's going on in
Sure.
Mel's head when she does this? So she sits down like she's actually going to meditate, which Mel used to do. But instead of being, like, it's one of those, it's not like one of the deep breathing meditations. It's one of those, like, picture this situations. So, it paints a picture of, like, you're in a field and it's all peaceful, except Mel's not feeling peaceful. Mel is angry. Angry past the point of reason. If she was a barbarian, she would be enraged, swinging at random shit. So she sits down and what she's visualizing is like the equivalent of your like dark, spooky woods, and she has an axe. And she's yelling, "Come out and talk to me.
Okay.
We're having this conversation, and I will find you if I have to."
Awesome. I like that. From directly behind you, you hear,
I'm here.
Good.
Something appears to have upset you.
What do you want with Jacob?
I have my reasons for the boy.
What do you want with Jacob?
I think we're a fair bit beyond the why of it. I have tried hard to get you to get the boy where I need him to be.
And we've tried hard to do that. This is not that place.
You went for a camping trip in Rifle. You have invited a beast into your party. You went on a mining exploration. I am pivoting to a new goal. I don't know that your party is gonna make it to the initial church I requested. That would require you crossing these mountains all the way to the far-off land of Denver.
It's not that fucking far.
I didn't think so initially either.
You still haven't answered my question. What do you want with him? What were you going to do with him when we got him to that church? I was under the probably naive assumption that maybe he was going to end up someplace safe since he was basically an orphan and God knows what happened to his parents.
I have need for a champion.
An 8-year-old boy.
Currently, the cool thing about young children is their minds are still plastic. They can be molded and fostered in a direction that best suits one's needs.
And what are those needs?
This country of yours is going to need a champion. I have fostered champions in other lands. It is a slow, time-consuming process.
A champion for whom?
For me.
Yes, and who are you?
Want to know my name?
I do.
My name is Oob Ogiwan.
For those of you spelling along at home, that is a capital U-B dash, capital O-G-G-U-A-N. Just in case. Seems though I did that in his voice.
So most
I don't know why you have a pen pad here. with you.
Ogiwan.
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 Oob Ogiwan.
What? Great. So now I know your name. What purpose does this serve? Why are you harboring champions for our land? Is it to fight off a Moritar?
Goodness, no.
Yeah, that's what I
Why would I want to fight one of my own champions?
Ah, fuck.
How do you think a mere man has risen to the status he's at?
I don't know. I'm really good at underestimating people.
I have noted.
So, Ogiwan, I failed to read the contract.
Yes.
Totally on me. I respect that.
Me too. I have always been a great fan of blind servitude.
Yeah. Except what you don't have is my faith or my willingness to actually follow in this crazy plan. So,
In order for my plan to work, the boy will live until adulthood minimum. After that, it is on his own feet to which he must stand, but that is how it is for all parents, is it not?
I'm not going to let you sit here and brainwash him into being a champion. That's just going to either get himself killed or end up ruling the world in the worst possible way.
Well,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
that's
be
a matter
party
of
to this.
perspective. Every land under a Moritar's rule has order,
Order has its benefits.
reliability,
And death. Lots and lots of death.
and your world is devoid of that.
No, but a little chaos is good for the soul.
You clearly subscribe to that. That is possibly the most honest statement I've heard from you.
Yep.
A little chaos is indeed good for your soul. I disagree.
That's fine. We can disagree, but I'm not going to assist in this.
You would deprive the boy of a patronage that can grant him power beyond compare.
If it means
Under
that he
my-
loses his, it means that he loses his freedom of choice and his soul, then absolutely.
I do not deal in souls, not of my champions. They collect souls for me.
Even better.
Amoritar's reign has significantly increased the currency with which I can spend.
I'm not going to participate, and I
I
will
don't
try to
need you
stop
to.
you.
Your mission is accomplished. They can take it from here.
I will try to stop them.
Not with my help, you won't.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
You are willing to never speak with your father again.
If we
I
run
can
into each other,
ensure that you don't get that opportunity. But that darling mother of yours,
this is between you and me. If you're going to hurt anybody, hurt me.
I intend to.
No, directly. That's my whole point.
That wouldn't be particularly sporting or enjoyable, frankly. There's a reason one of my champions trades in pain.
And if I have
Another
anything to
trades in
say about it,
lives.
I'll be ending him too.
You are bad at estimating people. It's worth being aware. Your father, the fool that he is actually trying to cross the country to find you. He thinks he can achieve that goal.
Frankly, he couldn't have found me back when he still had an airplane at his disposal, so best we hope he doesn't get lost in the desert.
He is in the midst of the desert as we speak. He's got an interesting group around him. If you are okay with never speaking with your father...
If it means that he won't be harmed, then I won't ever speak with him again.
Oh, no. That's not up for debate here. That's not part of this deal. You can cross me and try to spare Jacob. And you will lose your powers.
I'll take
If you
that.
consider sparing Jacob, removing the guarantee for a healthy, long childhood, with immense power on the other end, if you consider that sparing him, you can try. You will lose your powers. And you will have gained several very powerful enemies focused in on you. And anyone you know, and anyone you hold dear. The wolf can only be a bullet sponge for so long. Especially if he doesn't learn how to hit.
We're still new at
Ouch.
this, okay?
Taking shots at someone that's not even there.
I feel like at that point,
Someone talking shit!
At that point, Mel will swing wildly in the direction of her patron with the mental axe she's holding and actually hit it. Not to do any damage, but just be surprised that she can hit better than Holnock.
All right, if you're going to say that, I got to back it up with a roll.
Oh, natural 1 would make this perfect.
15.
Yeah, better than Olak. Yeah, she's right.
Actually,
Sorry,
that'd be
man.
a strength, so 16.
Even with my modifier, it's trash most of the time, especially early.
Think very carefully about your next course of action.
Hear ye, hear ye. I have news for thee. I don't know. I'm trying something new. Anywho, I just wanted to pop in here with a quick bit of news. Firstly, as you've heard by now, we will be hosting a panel at the Grand Junction Comic-Con. We are talking about tips and tricks to run and play games, or TTRPG. And we will be in the Canna Room on Saturday, September 21st at 3:30. We will have some goodie bags for folks who stop in and listen, and we look very much forward to getting to meet some of our fans. The best part is, admission to the Grand Junction Comic-Con only costs $5 at the door. And if that feels a bit too expensive, you can gain free access with a Mesa County Library's library card. This year, the convention is on Friday, September 20th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, the 21st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please come join us as we will definitely have some tips to help make play at your own table run smoothly. Also, please follow us on our social media platforms. We post at least once per day, And while I'm fairly biased, I believe if you enjoy this show, you're gonna love our posts. We have the Linktree link down in the podcast description. If you enjoy this podcast, please share us with your friends and family. Our current push is to get to over 100 followers on all of our social media platforms. And I know, with your help, we can nail that goal. But I think that's more than enough yammering from me. Let's get you back to the show.
Fuck. That's what Belle has to say about that.
How'd it go? Hello?
What?
How'd it go?
I want to punch something.
Don't punch me, please.
I don't know that any of you could take a firm punch right now.
Well, actually,
You've
I'm
been
not
through
that
the
bad.
ringer.
I have
It's not
22
too
hit
bad.
points.
Oh, he has more than I do.
This is the nun. The nun saying this.
Oh,
You guys look awful.
So Elliot's going to look at you and say, is there anything you can share?
Not in mixed company.
So what's the plan, guys?
If I may make a suggestion. It's got to be either tonight or tomorrow night that the wolf is coming. You said it yourself. There is nothing anywhere near here. Even if you could overpower me, you can take Jacob. I can't stand to you. If the High Matron couldn't stand to you, I can't stand to you. You could take him. You can be out in the woods, isolated from everything and anyone, with a werewolf in your party.
I trust the werewolf more than I trust you.
Then you don't know what you are talking about. My goal, my mission, my directive is to make sure that this boy survives until Lord Ashraphael himself arrives. I will keep the boy safe.
She's not lying. And I mean that in the worst way possible.
So she's not going to hurt him. She's not going to kill him.
We
Are
will
you?
not let
I
her
absolutely will not.
Excellent. And he's going to walk up and grab Jacob by the arm and say, would you like to come with us?
She points the stick in your direction.
Go ahead.
I would like to
And I'm just going to turn around with Jacob. If Jacob
You're
wants
taking
to
him
come-
into the woods with a werewolf.
I-
If you leave his room, you're not welcome here.
I'm not leaving the room. I'm just grabbing him away from her to bring her basically. I want to walk over and grab Jacob by the hand and walk back to where I was sitting and sit him in my lap with Charlie.
I am not leaving the room the boy is in
Okay.
until Lord Ashraphael himself arrives.
All right. You can do that.
Ashraphael. She would say it correctly because she's scared shitless of
Yes.
that guy.
Which is fair. When you worship a deity, it tends to
A
have...
very
So-
tangible one.
Yeah.
Without
That's what she's
providing
meant. Yeah.
all of the details, because one, there's the nun who I really, really want to kill. I just do. She doesn't even deserve it. But Mel's angry.
She kind of does.
So I'm
And
gonna-
Jacob, who's already had a really shit day,
I'm going to ruffle Jacob's hair. Say, how you holding up, buddy?
without explaining any details.
I'm okay.
At
Oh,
this
that's good.
particular moment,
Take care of Charlie. He got kind of scared.
Yeah, he definitely pulls Charlie into his lap.
Yeah.
It's better.
so at this moment, we have several choices we can make. I can make the decision I want to make, which is extraordinarily unwise and extremely dangerous, and we will be out in the wood with a very, very unhappy old mom. Or we can play along with this gig for another night, but we will not stay long enough for Ashraphael. Oh, and by the way, if we go where I want to go, we're all going to be in immediate danger because I'll have really, really pissed off a god who's absolutely not going to be my patron after this.
Your patron was a god?
I don't even fucking know. It's a long story. But the point being is that the decision I make will affect all of us.
Oh, of course it will.
You are more than welcome to leave the child and go discuss this amongst yourselves.
No.
You know.
Nah,
Nah.
you're fine. We could lock ourselves in here and let him run amok.
Room
Tomorrow.
adjacent.
We would have to switch rooms because this door is broken.
Oh yeah, we.
but-
Yeah, it's right.
We could
would
lock
need to-
ourselves in the door next door.
And Elliot is absolutely just ignoring that she's even sitting there. She's like, well, we could just stay in here and let Allnock run amok tomorrow night. And maybe they might be able to dig somebody up that can cure him. I don't know.
You killed the two that can cure him. We do have a jail cell. It's old. I don't know if we have the key for it anymore.
Wouldn't be very effective without a key.
The only person I know who used to carry the key was the patron.
Oh, huh. Imagine that. But, I don't know. What do you guys think we want to? This is a better spot to be.
I feel like we would find a much better solution if we weren't tied down to this room.
Oh, we're not tied down to this room. We can leave whenever we want to. She's just going to follow around with us. That's fine. I don't think we should go out in the woods until we get this straightened out. I think we'd be better off to stay here, either lock Allnock up.
At
If
least
they swear
till we
they
have
can't.
another month to.
Yeah, that'll give us
find
another
somebody.
month to do something. Unless they might have a library or maybe somebody hid a potion somewhere, and he looks directly at the nun. But obviously, there was only 2 people in the world that could fix this. So we'd be better off to spend the night here, either lock him up or we can lock him up.
I think
Then
we
going
should
out.
lock ourselves up and he could just have a run amok.
I kind of like that idea,
yeah,
actually.
like all of the other nuns and
Yeah.
the monks and whatnot would be
I mean,
excellent.
maybe they'll lock themselves in the
Oh, yeah.
jail, but that's an option.
Well, they don't have the key.
I know. Huh?
Uh,
Funny that.
What are you thinking over there, Allnock?
We got the boy. We got that. Now we're just trying to figure out what's the best.
We already know that you like to frolic free. Would you like to frolic in here or out there?
I want to go where I guess I can't go anywhere where none of you are in danger. But
If you left right now and went till the moon, you'd probably be far enough away we'd be safe.
that's my thoughts.
And then come back.
Here's an idea. You can stay here, run amok, and we'll leave. And then you can catch up with us. That's probably not a good idea either.
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
I am kind of clinging to this running amok here. I like that. Like
You
that
can
sounds
roll a
fun.
history if you're looking for options nearby.
Whatever, let's give it a shot. 13?
Oh, that's not all.
You remember you passed a fair number of old cabins on your way here. You could lock yourself into. That would follow along with the train of thought you had. So that's something
Get
to
me out
remember.
of the area.
That's a destination you could go toward.
Yeah.
Was in the valley. There were a bunch of old homestead cabins. Solid logs. How good a shape they're in, you don't know. You didn't stop and check,
Right.
but those are out there.
And it puts me a fair distance away from you. So if I wanted to hurt any of you and the wolf carries me that way, I would have to find you.
Oh, and you'd have to fight your way through all the rest of the nuns and the monks to get to us.
Mhm.
Right, yeah.
We're not staying here though.
Well, probably till after the full moon.
Yeah, just one night, right?
One night.
I don't think it would be wise for you to be out and about if there's a chance of me turning.
And if we knew what direction you went after it's over, then we could come follow behind. Unless Sister Nancy has any idea of anything. Threesa.
Freeza Nancy!
All right, so unless
Just
Sister
because dead
Nancy
Nancy.
has got any idea, Threesa has any idea of any information, maybe in the High Patron's living quarters, if there's anywhere that
You're
there might-
welcome to look. We weren't allowed in his chambers.
Oh, excellent. Let's go check those out. We're gonna go to the chambers. You should come with us because you won't leave.
That is
Jacob.
correct. I will not.
Let's
Oh,
go
we could check
them
in the
out.
back in that one room that they're wanting to take him to begin with.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
there's
go check that
actually a
out.
book back there. or something.
Sister, I don't know what that metal stick you're so attached to is.
That's good.
But you might want to put it away before somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, because if you keep waving that thing about, you're going to be the one getting hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna poke your eye out.
I was born in April, but it wasn't this April.
Okay.
April Fools.
Or May, whatever month you're in. May.
It's early May.
You're May now. I was born in May, but it wasn't this May.
You said yourself we could take you out with or without that. There's no point
Yeah,
in trying to threaten us.
Doesn't mean I'm going to put it down.
Okay. Suit yourself.
Just because you can take me doesn't mean I'm gonna let you do it for free. This is my eternal soul at stake.
Your eternal soul. Do you get to keep those?
I
Yeah.
thought you were pledged to Afrophael and Amoritar. I didn't think you had any. I didn't think you guys got to use those anymore.
If it's properly purified and I act within accordance of my duties, after I die, I stay that way.
Stay dead? Cool.
Wow. You have to
What a
spend your
luxury.
entire life so you can stay dead.
I don't want to be risen. I've seen what a Moritar uses the risen for.
Hey Mel, you were dead.
If I
for 6
die, I
seconds.
want
What
to
was
make
that?
sure I stay that way.
Peaceful.
Yep, that's the team I sure want to be on. Thanks.
Good thing it's happening.
Well, let's maybe grab our stuff.
Yeah, let's go get our stuff.
And, Mel, here's your pack.
Oh, thanks.
I've just been.
I don't. Why do you
Hold
have my pack?
I thought we were going to get out of here a lot faster.
I would like
thought-
to get out of here a lot faster.
So would I.
I would do everything within my power at this moment to get
I
out of
think
here
we
a
should
lot
keep
faster.
our stuff with us in
Yeah.
case that becomes an option.
Oh, sister, by the way, I'm going to change clothes, so you might want to avert your eyes because we don't want you to.
Oh yeah,
Go
hold on,
against
you might
any
wanna
of your
change
vows.
again. You're once again
Your-
covered in blood.
Pack is still out.
It is. Yeah. I'm going to go get it.
Yeah, let's
It's
go get
not
our stuff.
there. It's being taken back to your room.
Oh,
Go
even
back-
better.
Go back to our rooms. Awesome.
Well, in that
If they're
case,
going
then
to
let's
our
go
rooms,
back
they'd
to
be
our rooms.
Coming to where we are.
We're not in your room.
No,
Near
but we're
your
in the
room.
nuns' quarters, which is where our room was.
That's true. We were in the nuns'
Intercept
quarters.
them on the stairs.
It's where your room was. We had to make reasonable accommodations. We allowed the men and women to occupy the same space last night out of necessity.
Sure. And regardless, we're gonna get our stuff, and then we're gonna
Let's-
explore every
We'll
nook
go
and
check-
cranny
yeah,
of this place.
We'll go check out the high patrons and the high matrons room, see if we can find anything. Hopefully, we can save all these people's lives. We really are on
I don't think they deserve it.
We're probably gonna
You
have
know
to
what?
trash
I
the
don't
place
believe
though.
they deserve it either, but that still doesn't mean we can't try.
It's been a minute since I've trashed an office.
Okay, let's go.
All right, you away. You get your clothes.
Yep.
Why not? No, I'm just kidding.
Roll for zipper. Take 20 psychic damage.
It's like a million men screamed out in terror.
And she, where do you want to start?
We've got all our stuff together. All right.
I've removed my viscera-soaked robes, by the way. And I'm a tiny bit annoyed with Olnok because of the amount of yuck in my hair.
Oh, hey Mel, when did you dye the back of your hair?
Oh, God, it's in there too, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Do
In my defense, I did not know you were behind that guy.
do your prodigitation thing.
Yeah.
Prestidigitate.
Yeah. Does anybody have that?
Prestidigitonium.
Oh, I don't.
I don't either.
I just have
thought
stuff to mess with
somebody
people.
did.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I swear somebody used it.
I'm gonna tidy up my blood clotted hair.
See, all of the spells and stuff that I can do are stuff like this, and I'm going to look at the nun and I'm going to cast color spray at her.
Okay.
Attempt to get it into her eyes.
What's your goal?
To blind her so we can take the metal stick.
I'm not familiar with color spray. I remember the name.
Color spray, a dazzling array of flashing colored lights spring from your hand. Roll 6 d10s. The total is how many hit points of creatures that spell can affect. Creatures in a 15-foot cone are affected in ascending order of the current hit points. Starting with the creature with the lowest hit points, each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the end of my next turn.
It's a really colorful flashbang.
I'm attempting to blind the nun so that we can take the thing from her, so that she's not messing around with it.
I closed where she was. I assumed we were done with combat. That's on me. I should have known better.
How dare you?
This is D&D. You're never done
I was
with
gonna say,
combat.
if he succeeds in blinding the
Yeah, you're-
nun,
Gonna go too, aren't
as soon as she's blind, I'm going to punch her for all I'm worth.
you? You're at 2? 6?
I'm at 6,
Okay.
and I don't care because I want to punch something.
I guess if that's what you're doing, fucking roll it.
40 hit points.
Okay,
Assume
that
she's
will
got less
hit.
than that.
Mel's blind
No, the nun's blind.
and the nun. Descending
How am I blind?
in, you are at 6 hit points.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Starts
because
from
I
the minimum hit
because it's a cone and it
Oh.
doesn't specify friendly.
Jacob's blind.
Well, never mind then. I guess I'm not going to.
It's not everyone in the room. It's a directed
Just
cone.
everybody in the 15-foot cone.
It's a 15. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not a huge cone.
I don't know where I was standing or meditating or whatever we were doing.
She's blind. Try your.
Sorry.
Quick,
I'm pretty sure somebody else is going blind too, but fucking whatever.
None of us knew your plan.
Yeah. Like,
yeah. So there's
So
a good chance
you
I
gotta
blinded
snatch the
somebody.
thing.
Okay, well, I'll. So,
I'm just saying, like none
We're
of
all
us
like,
knew you
"Ah,
were
what
gonna
the
do
hell?"
this.
so I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna try taking the thing out of her hand.
roll.
Strength, I assume.
Or sleight of hand.
I would say strength because she's gonna grip down. You
Yeah.
blind, you clench. A bomb just went off. She's gonna do this shit.
I essentially hit her in the face with a spray can.
Yeah. So she's recoiling and clenching away.
It's a natural 20, sir.
You get the
Plus
stick.
0.
You have disarmed the 6 hit point nun.
Perfect.
All right.
Hey, we didn't kill her.
I had no idea what the stick was. I wanted that out of her hand so she
I
didn't
could kill the
accidentally
nun with a
blast
barehanded
something.
strike.
Well,
Yes.
you can now.
Oh, come on.
I could.
She-
I'm
she
not
doesn't
going
have
to, but
the
I could.
stick anymore.
I might be blind right now.
She's
I don't
not
know.
gonna hurt it.
You have too many hit points.
He said 40.
Yeah, and it was six,
Minus 6.
6 for the
Yes.
nun, 6 for Mel,
Okay.
4 for Jacob.
Sure. I don't.
So
I have.
just see a bright flashlight and go, what the fuck was that?
I have refused to build Jacob a character sheet because
Yeah.
then it means he can die. So
Yeah, it's only for one turn, so after it fades.
Yeah.
So at some point in a reasonable period of time here, I feel like we will end up back in the rooms that they assigned us, and Mel actually wants to explain to everybody what the deal is.
do you want to do that before you go searching the High Matron Patron Cathedral?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Then yeah, while you guys are changing clothes, there can be an opportunity for that.
So I tell
Jacob
you,
can't be in the room because
No.
she is with Jacob.
We're not.
She is not leaving Jacob.
She can be with Jacob, but he's with us.
so they can go hang out in one of the bedrooms or something. Because I don't think we'll all fit in a bedroom.
Or they can just stand on the other, like, she can stand on the far end of the room.
That's fine.
You know what? I'll just go sit with Jacob and you guys can talk. That's fine.
But you need to be involved in that too. Because you don't know.
Jacob, like, she can sit on the other side of the room and we can have a very quiet conversation.
That works.
Like,
So essentially, I'll give you the rundown of all of the things. So this everything is his fault. All of it.
Your patron's fault.
Yes.
The one that you made a deal with, the god that you made.
Do you want me to sit here and throw all of your mistakes in your face, James?
I think we've already... Anyway, semantics. So anyway, the god that you made a deal with, it's all his fault?
Yeah, basically.
Imaratar, the other dude, the other one that we haven't heard about yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
You've heard all of their names.
Yeah, but we don't remember all of their
Fair.
names.
That's
the
fair.
names escape me. So,
That's the short version.
Petrix.
Yep, our Petrix. Nice.
I
So far,
have
no.
absolutely no intentions of letting Jacob be brainwashed to be another one of Obi-Wan's.
Pretty please say something else so we don't get sued by Disney. I didn't think of that when I came up with this name.
You can
Obi-Wan.
reference it.
Just call him
Until we
Oob.
make money.
Okay, so
Fuck, you can't call him Oob either. That's
Cut.
a Dragon Ball character.
where did I start with it? So I will not allow Jacob to be brainwashed into being one of Obi-Wan's champions.
we are in agreement.
Great, we're in agreement. So I do that, I cross him. We're all in more immediate danger, not just the stuff that we go out seeking, because now they're acutely aware of who we are and what we're doing.
We're planning on going to kill Imaratar.
I'm just letting you know. You want me to be honest with people. Stop interrupting me when I'm being honest with people.
Sorry, zip it.
Thank you.
You got told, son.
With that said, I mean, there's other people that are, because, you know, gods, that are probably be in danger because of me, but I can't actually change that or fix that. But that doesn't matter to you guys. What's more important is that if we do this, then it could be a bigger problem.
Then the apocalypse?
It'll be a very personal apocalypse.
Okay.
So much so that a nun who does pain for whatever weird sick
right? We
reasons
don't really know what
is
they are.
afraid of crossing him.
Well, we were on this path anyway,
Yep.
is I think kind of where I'm at.
So is that the plan then? We spend one night here in hopes that Olnok can fight the beast, and then we take Jacob and get out of here.
Well, hopefully we can find something in one of these quarters that'll help with the wolf problem first.
Yeah, maybe there's a book or something like that.
Maybe. We can always hope. They said they haven't been in there. They don't know what's in there. So I say we go look. Oh, by the way, he pulls out this key ring. I know where the keys are.
I don't know where you got those, but that's a neat trickle, man.
You gotta be old to know tricks like that.
Incidentally, because I feel quite confident I'm about ready to find myself without a lot of blastiness, does anybody have a spare pointy object?
Didn't I give you a knife? What happened to that?
I still have that. I would like another one.
Okay, never mind.
You want this nice mace I got? It works good.
I don't think I can lift that.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, if
Can I have
Olnok
one-
is fine with his axe, you could maybe borrow his bow till we find you something better.
Well, I've got a short bow, I guess. Do you have a spare machete?
Oh, I do, actually.
I'll take that if you
Yeah.
don't mind.
Sure, here. And 'cause I've got this cool rapier that we got recently, and there, you can have my machete.
Thanks. Let's hope I don't stab myself with it.
That would be preferable, yeah.
You've got your tied in a knot. You'll be fine.
So I could stab my butt with it?
I mean that's vaguely martial arts.
Oh, yeah,
you'll
sure.
figure it out.
I'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
The famed
It's
butt
not that
stabbing
hard.
technique.
You swing the sharp part at someone you don't like.
I know, pointy end goes into the other man. Got it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's find what we can find, and find maybe somewhere better to hole up than this room that they've tried to put us in. And
I have a guess that the high matron and high patrons are probably going to have some pretty nice digs. They usually do.
I bet you there's probably something in that room that they do the ceremonies in.
Might be.
Some like iconography, or however the hell you say it.
So let's go poke around. Let's look through people's shit.
Yeah, let's snoop. I'm so glad everyone's on the same page.
At some point, could we get a short rest?
Yeah, can we say like changing and cleaning ourselves up and like hanging out for a minute was...
Yeah.
Because I could use some hit points.
All right, you're short rested. You're in slightly less gross clothes, but they're still kind of gross because you won't let them do your laundry. I'm assuming that's fully off the table now.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to look disgusting and we're going to make them deal with it.
And honestly, we're carrying our packs with us all while we're ransacking the rooms.
Absolutely.
You know, actually, I probably would have changed my outfit and whatnot into theirs because I have the armor over that. So I'm wearing like the shirt that they supplied, like a new one, and then the armor over it.
Oh, they're not giving you anything else.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're not going to, I'm not going to find a shirt somewhere.
I mean, you could, I guess, look for one, but they're not providing you shit.
You know, I bet you when we check the patrons' attire, I could find a shirt.
Get one of those nice red robes.
There you go.
Cut down to shirt, that down to shirt length.
That's the plan.
All right, where do you want to go first?
Let's investigate the cathedral first.
Okay. When you make it back into the cathedral, there are folks putting it back together surprisingly swift. I mean, there's still the scorched bench. There's still the broken stained glass, but the dais is put back together. The bodies are gone.
Why is it that
the blood's gone?
You primarily mentioned the things that I did to the building.
Because you did the most damage to the building.
Yeah, you're the one who attacked the building. Everyone else attacked the people.
I attacked people too. I was just trying to leave the building quicker.
But it's in surprisingly good shape. You remember that there's at the opposite end, there was the purification chamber on the north side, and there was the two monks came out of a room on the south side.
Let's check the north first.
Aye.
And then figure out where they were hanging out in the south.
All right, so you go into the north room, and it's a honestly pretty bare bones room. There is a very hardy solid wood bench chair with very obvious straps for, it looks like an electrocution chair without the dryer helmet bit that does the shocking part.
No electricity.
Yeah. But there's a couple of more comfortable chairs nearby. And there is honestly not a whole heck of a lot else in this room. You do see a door that is, if you jiggle it, currently locked.
All right, Keymaster.
I'm going to try one of the keys that was in the patron's.
That does it. You're in to the library that you remember the patron that he had read about lycanthropy in.
Perfect.
Oh, there should be something here.
So let's go ahead and have a round of investigation checks.
Montage.
Start with Mel.
9.
Elliot.
5.
Oldhawk.
Passive 9.
Dirty 20. I got a 15 plus
Dirty
5.
20. I got a 19 plus 1.
All right.
Nice.
Carry the team.
So the majority of you find just old journals. A little bit of leafing through, you realize that they are journals of past patrons and matrons. You learn a fair bit about the daily goings-on of their religion. A lot of... Because, you can't go into a library and not find anything. There's books all over the damn place. So you learn that this church is very much intended to be kind of the first wave of the more psychological front of the battle They come in and they start doing good deeds in the community, healing, feeding, setting up resources for the local communities, trying to better their lives. Whilst they're doing so, they are also spreading, the teachings of Lord Ashraphael and by extension, Amoritar. But this particular Ashraphael's branch is the front wave, the actual exploratory. They go out, they set up churches, and they start building communities of friendly-minded individuals. So when Amoritar's greater army passes through, they have friendlies nearby. They have safe places that they can stay and rest and heal, where they can set up hospitals that are relatively safe from attack, things of that nature. So you learn a lot of that. James and Emery are able to, again, this place is immaculate. It's very hard to find what you're looking for. There's no dust. There's no anything left to show a drug out book. The only way you guys find what you're looking for is there's one book that didn't quite get pushed all the way back in. You pull it out, and in it, it's a journal. It's a very old journal. You're judging this purely based off of the condition of the leather binding and the paper. The paper is very yellowed. The ink is fading a fair bit. This is an old book. The date markings on it are absolute nonsense. They mean nothing. Just by following the order of numbers, you can tell it's a fair bit older than most of the books that the other half of the party are reading, because numbers just go up. But this is it makes no sense. It's so illogical that it doesn't stick in your brain because you have no frame of reference really for it to stick. But you do find that there is a tale of a high patron who had a peasant boy come across his step. This was in a land named Eyeshfeld, 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 that bordered Dorbuenian, which is where Amoritar was from. You recognize that country. So this is clear back when Amoritar was first starting his progression. This is one of the first countries he hit. So this is one of the first times that the patronage was able to be a front wave ahead of Amoritar's army. So you can see, you read through this journal and you see that they were genuinely focused primarily on serving the community through good deeds. They at the time especially, they were hell-bent and determined that they were going to actually better the communities, bring them into Amoritar's country peacefully, with the distinctive purpose of minimizing the need for combat. They were genuinely on the front lines. They genuinely believed in Amoritar's teachings. They genuinely believed that they were helping people, and they were genuinely trying to improve their communities accordingly. And while they're doing these acts of charity, they are brought a young man who, the description sounds very similar to Griff when you first met him. Clothing tattered, very sunken, very sallow, very unwell. And all they're told is that this young man was found in a farm. Everybody else at the farm was dead. They assumed he was sick. And through investigation, you do find out that he was a lycanthrope, almost exactly like Griff. And they were able to go through a ritual that they called the Ordeal of Willful Torment. That was their purification ritual. Through reading the texts, you learn that while the Ordeal of Willful Torment was believed to have purified the soul through pain, lots and lots and lots of horrible pain, the guy still turned that night. It took the High Patron the next day casting a spell called Remove Curse to actually remove the curse. Their belief system did not work. And with you both having rolled a natural 20, you discover dirty 20. Sorry, with you both rolling a dirty 20, you see that information was on a page that you found incredibly difficult to turn. It crinkled and crackled its way open as if it had not been turned. Once you're able to investigatively believe that the High Patron saw, they did the ordeal of willful torment. That must have worked. That was the end of his investigation.
So it wasn't necessarily that they lied to us, they just were ignorant about the truth.
Was willing to believe that his beliefs were accurate.
He may have, as they say, cherry-picked his information a bit. So you know that a Remove Curse spell can solve this problem.
Hey, fellow magic peoples, does anybody think that they could do some magic mumbo-jumbo and remove the curse?
I don't got that.
Without singeing his eyebrows.
At this moment, I don't think so. But that doesn't mean it's out of reach.
How about
entirely?
Claren would have known how to do it?
Who?
Claren.
Probably. One of the elves.
Yeah. Didn't he give us one of those healing potions?
Did he?
Hey, what about that
I don't remember.
that potion thing that you took to de-age?
Oh, yeah. There was that magic potion he made to
I wonder if that was
nullify the
remove
effect
curse.
on me.
Hey,
Do you remember what he put in that, Elliot?
Yeah, I know what he put in it. I don't know how he actually made it. I mean, I don't understand the details of how he put it together. I know the ingredients that went in it. I thought he called it a restoration
Yeah, he
potion.
did.
However, if I remember right, he
Might
called it a
not be.
potion of restoration.
Might not have the effect we're looking
Yeah, I
for.
don't think he said anything about it being curse.
Well, do we find anything else of note in that journal?
In that journal, no. The Remove Curse works. They're able to get the boy back up to health. If you read it, it's a fairly interesting story. Honestly, you get to see a little bit of, the original intent of the church, and you get the essence that it was genuinely well intended, genuinely there to help.
Well, you know what they say about the road paved with good intentions.
Yeah, a lot
That's
of
yellow?
things start out with
No,
good
that's Wizard of
intentions that
Oz.
get
Oh.
taken over and corrupted. Unfortunately, apparently their world's not that much different than ours.
Yeah.
Except for the whole elves and dragons and
Well, that was kind of
riding lizards.
And gods that
Um,
take a personal interest.
as far as we can tell. We've searched this library of anything we're gonna find. At
You
this
feel
point.
confident. It's just a church library. It's mostly just these old journals.
Okay.
You find a couple of what you vaguely assume to be like their Bibles.
Gotcha. So, sister, apparently we're looking for something called Remove Curse. Does that ring a bell?
I've heard of this spell, yes.
Okay. You don't know anybody around here that can cast it that's currently alive?
Not currently living, no.
Okay. Thank you.
I can light my way at night.
That's not helpful.
I can
I
see
can-
Well,
at
it would
night.
be useful, yeah.
I can
I can do
heal
that.
minor wounds, but the removal of curse
Okay.
it takes a
Well-
fair bit of power.
All right. Well, we were hoping we could save some lives. We'll keep looking, though. We're not going to give up. So
Yeah.
I say we
Let's
go
go
check out
snoop
one
through
of
the next room.
one of the.
Right, off to the patron or matron's chambers.
I do want to see this room that the monks came out of.
Oh yeah, let's go
First.
check the
Okay.
the one the monks came out.
Yeah, you're able to get down in there. It is it's a pretty small room. It's pretty sparsely decorated. You do find a couple of locked chests.
Will the keys I have in my hand unlock these chests?
Sure. Yeah. Inside you find some gold, some more gold coins, similar to what you pilfered from somebody.
Okay.
I think the patron.
The grand patron, yeah.
You find a reddish bag, a broom, a cape, a hammer, and a quiver.
I know I've got like some really unorganized closets before in my day, but what is all this stuff?
Do these look like a standard broom and hammer, or do they look special in any kind of way?
The hammer looks similar to like a Mjolnir.
Mm-hmm. So like a decorative warhammer looking thing.
Warhammer for sure. It's not particularly huge. And sorry, what was the other thing you asked about?
The broom.
The broom looks like a straw broom. Wooden handle, fairly rough looking, honestly.
What about the bag?
The bag is a reddish, kind of dirty red color. Cloth.
Pick it up and
Picking it up,
see if there's anything in it.
when you pick it up, it seems empty.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reach inside?
Yeah, I'll stick my hand in there, see what's in it.
It's like,
Oh no.
You feel
I'm a character.
fuzzy balls.
Nice.
As a player, I think I know what this is.
Emery grabs them and pulls them out in confusion to look
It-
at them.
Is indeed a fuzzy ball in your hand.
I don't know what this is, but I
What
get a
does it-
sense this is something magic-y.
Like color, like size.
Roll a d8. This could
4.
be terrible. Okay. It is whitish. Kind of feels like a white wool ball.
So you found a bag of cotton balls?
These look like dryer balls.
I just put it back in there and keep it. It might come in handy.
What do you think it is?
I have absolutely no idea, but it might come in handy, and I don't know. I feel like there's something useful about this.
All right, so there was the bag.
Elliot's
This
definitely
is the
picking up
closest I can
quiver.
come to not metagaming
Okay.
right now.
It's a nice quiver.
I'll put it back in the bag and stick the bag in my stuff, I guess.
So
It's
now-
currently doesn't have anything in it, but it's a quite nice quiver. Very, very nice leather made. 3 compartments. Greenish with like gold detailing along the top.
Elliot's gonna look at his quiver and look at this quiver and go, "Hey, that's cooler than mine." He's gonna pull his arrows out and put them in the new quiver.
Do you want a cape, edgelord?
Yes.
Okay, you get a cape. Your quiver holds all the arrows quite comfortably. It doesn't feel any heavier than it was. Your cape is
Edgelord.
red with gold detailing. Smells faintly of brimstone.
Oh, that sounds bad. Although it does overpower our smell, so that's
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
terrible thing.
It's not the worst thing I've smelled.
Not even today.
It's nice. Swish, swish, swish.
You put it on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh God.
I don't understand magical items. I'm
I
stupid.
know me either. That's why I just grabbed the quiver and threw everything in it and said, "Hey, that's cool."
I don't even know if
That's
this
why
is a
I
magical
told Emery
item.
to pocket a bag of dryer lint, but
I want the hammer.
We
All
kind
right.
of figured you'd want
Yeah,
the hammer.
that seems up your alley.
I guess the Milk, it's the broom, I guess? If you want a broom, I mean, it's a broom.
I can hit things with it.
Accurate.
Yeah, you
It's
can do
the-
that.
I've heard that it's really good to get rid of mice out of barns.
Shoo away cats.
Yeah.
You could sweep stuff.
Mel suddenly gets really hopeful and like throws the broom in the air and says, "Fly!"
Play a game of.
It clatters to the ground.
Clink, clink, clink.
What if you?
Well, all their magic-y things are real. Why can't a flying broomstick be real?
Why don't you sit on it and say like a Spelliarmus or something?
Belle's gonna try to ride the broom.
That's not the one that makes stuff fly.
Oh well, I
The
don't
broom goes
know.
flying out of her hands when you say Expelliarmus. There's a bright blue streak of light, and the broom gets
When
Disarmed.
Leviosa.
Is that the one?
That levitates things.
No, really, though. Mel will totally try to ride the broom to see if she can make it fly.
God, I wish I could take pictures.
So
of
she
it.
is absolutely like running around the
so super important.
room.
She's riding one of those like puppet ponies.
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
is
Nice.
the first thing you say when you're standing astride said broom?
Up.
That's your command word from now on. The broom flies.
Oh, I have a broomstick, guys.
Holy shit! I did not think that would actually fly.
Oh my God! All she needs now is the hat.
What? How do I get back down?
Say down,
Point
dummy.
it.
Down?
Put your feet down and you touch the ground, it stops flying.
Ooh, up.
It goes up.
It's a very big cathedral. You could zoom around.
I'm totally gonna zoom around the cathedral.
Let's it's a Gothic style cathedral, so there's a fuckload of pokebits.
Oh
There's a
God!
lot of decoration.
Let's have
yeah.
just a dex saving. Dex
Oh my God! She's about to
fucking
Neville herself.
acrobatics or athletics check.
I'm
I lean towards acrobatics
gonna
personally.
go for acrobatics, yeah. That is an 8.
So nothing catastrophic happens, but you definitely get hung up on a decorative
Guys,
hooky bit. I
a
don't know
little
what they call
help
them.
here.
And it kind of just jerks you to a stop. The broom kind of coasts off and skitters down the floor in front of you.
And so I'm functionally hanging off of a pointy bit. How far up am I?
Hey, you're maybe like 10 feet up.
Oh.
You can get down.
This is embarrassing.
It just catches you by the belt loop. And
This is absolutely embarrassing. Could you maybe help instead of
okay,
laughing
okay.
at me?
I'll go over
Smarty
and attempt
pants.
to assist her off the hooky thing. I'll use Mage Hand to like assist with.
Which is
unhooking.
probably me standing on his
Yeah,
shoulders.
You stand under her and use Mage Hand to unhook her and she
Yeah.
falls on your head.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah,
much,
that's
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, that could come in handy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yep.
retrieve the broom from whatever corner it landed in.
I'll get prints off of these things for you guys too. Olnock's got a cool hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw it and see if it comes back.
It goes that way.
Damn it! Thought that'd be pretty cool if it would come
Maybe you
back.
did.
Clunk, 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 clunk. It's really hard. It's solid fucking metal.
Oh,
It cracks.
be
That thing's a beast.
Hell yeah!
I don't think that's meant to be a thrown weapon.
I don't. I
Not
don't think so
usually.
either.
I was trying a thing that I saw in a movie once.
Hey, if you look at it this way, you'll be covered in a lot less blood if you crush bones instead of bisecting people.
Fair enough.
All right, well, let's go check the matron and patron's chambers.
All right. So you go to the matrons first. Just because we'll say it's closer. Sure. I don't know where it is.
It's over there.
Yeah, you take all the things I just listed off, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep, we took the fuzzy white balls, the swishy cape, the hammer that breaks stuff,
Mhm.
a quiver, and a magical broom.
Perfect.
Which didn't look like a magical broom. It looked.
It
like
is.
something
It's a true
different.
hooded cape, by the way. So it's kind of.
Oh, yeah.
It goes to just below your hands. So it's like, Batman-y cape.
Oh, I am
But it's
absolutely
red
stalking
and gold.
through the halls.
And
Just
you're
like
red
describe-
and gold cape.
Describe what you do.
Instantly, that does not
probably
blend in.
walking like Snape style through the halls, like this whooshing, billowing cape behind me.
Okay.
Like I turn the corners and I,
Yeah, intentionally
grab it and-
flaring it.
yeah.
Around the corner, you disappear in a puff of smoke
Nice,
from where everybody else can see.
James.
Shit, where'd he go?
I need you, for the sake of you didn't know you were doing this, roll a d6.
Uh-oh. I rolled a 6.
You are looking at the back of the party.
The back of the party?
You went from in front of them to behind them. And you're surrounded with smoke.
Ooh, that just happened there.
James
Whoa.
comes out coughing
Behind us.
This place is dusty.
And it reeks of brimstone.
What the hell did you just do?
Is that like
I
a
turned the
teleport?
corner and
That's like a real magician trick.
Did I spawn a bunch of like rotting eggs? Why does it smell
Maybe
so bad?
don't whoosh quite
That's
so
the-
enthusiastically.
It's like fireworks. The smoke smells like sulfur.
So you arrive to the matron's room. You guys can make investigation checks in here if you would like, or you can spend time with your new things and figure out what they are.
9.
17.
Okay, you are investigating, not finding out what the thing is.
5.
18. We're
18.
investigating.
17.
17.
We're still hoping to find, potion or scroll or something. Although we don't know if scrolls are a thing. As players.
We do know potions are a thing.
We
And a
do know
potion of
potions.
healing is not a far.
What did you roll?
Sorry, what? I was reading stuff. Sorry, I brick walled.
Yeah, you did.
What happened?
Investigation.
Oh.
You made it to the high matron's room.
Freaking 19.
Okay.
14 plus 5.
So the three who know that they passed, because you didn't roll well, you rolled like a 9 or 6 or something, 5, and you rolled badly as well, 9.
It was a 10 minus
10.
1.
We're comparing the hammer and the dryer balls, and we're just like, I don't know what the fuck these things do.
Should I hit the dryer balls?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Those remind me of the little when you get the mogwais wet in Gremlins. That's what those look like to me.
Did you pull another ball out?
Sure.
Roll a d8.
Okay.
I don't know. I think this bag's just a bunch of balls.
2.
This one is white and black speck.
Oh, this one looks different.
It's much softer than the last one.
Is it gonna be a kitty?
You guys managed to find a very nice
We're over here
collection of red robes of the nunnish varietal. You are surprised to find that the room isn't like way the hell better. It's a bit better. She's got like a desk and a mirror. You haven't seen desks or mirrors
Her
anywhere.
straw bed is slightly plusher.
Ever so slightly. She's got nicer sheets, but they're still, they're still linen textiles. You find the holy symbol again, which we'll describe as just basically a flail on a chain, a golden flail on a chain. You find that. You don't find potion type things. You find more journals, her journal in particular. And if you read through it, you find that she was very much more on the mindset of the retribution side, very heavy-handed with punishment, very strict and quick to enact what she perceived as justice for the slightest slight. You get the feeling that she was restraining aggressively during breakfast. Because she was just giving mean looks instead of doing things.
Actually hitting people.
Yeah. She was putting her best foot forward, trying to seem inviting. But that's all you're able to find there. You go to the High Patron's room. Are we all investigating, or are some of us checking out our stuff?
We'll investigate.
I believe on the way there, I'm still doing like every corner. I'm just trying to do the wish thing again, and it's not doing it.
It is not doing it. Nothing else happens.
If anything, I'm just spreading the spell of brimstone.
Yeah, you're getting you personally are getting a little less stinky.
I got a 15.
16.
I got a rock.
Oh, wait, I got 10.
I rolled a 1, but I'm gonna say a passive 9.
Yeah, I got an 8 total.
All right, so the two that rolled okay. You guys find the High Patron's journal. In it, you do read that he was hoping to direct the church back to its roots. You could tell this was a man that spent a lot of time in the library actually reading up on the church's history. And he was hopeful to return the church to where it once was.
Where it was doing good things?
Yeah. That was his genuine hope, but there's definitely a short fuse to the guy you pick up through reading through him. He was consistently at odds with the High Matron, and you read that he consistently had to physically restrain her from continuing with the ordeal of willful torment, as she was willing to take it up to and possibly beyond the edge of what he was able to heal. Because of it, he had become quite the adept healer. He had plenty of practice. But you could see while he was on that path towards restoring the church to what it once was, 'twas a very long path. He was by no means a great leader. He was just better than the last bunch of men. At least that's what his journal is telling you. You find more of his robes. You do find, if there's a particular is there a particular style of weapon somebody wants that they don't currently have? Short sword instead of a long sword, rapier instead of a...
Probably a rapier instead of a longsword.
Okay, you find a rapier.
Perfect.
Instead of a longsword. You walk into the room and it changes.
Oh.
You also find a very nice sword frog and a sword belt. Because this rapier has a sheath, so you're able to find that. And you can have one as well. There's a couple, a black and a brown one. So you can actually properly store. The frog's the bit that holds the sheath to your belt.
Look at me, I look like a proper swashbuckler.
Is there a
I have a very cheap one if you don't know what I'm describing. Very cheap.
like a sick ward or something?
Yeah, there's you get the feeling that it's really more of there's a quarantine zone that they kind of put people into, and then they go through the purification chamber.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out if there was anything that would essentially be like their nurses' quarters where they would do any kind of mixing up of healing potions or other similar type.
Sure, yeah, you can get a couple of basic healing potions out of there.
That's really not what I was looking for.
I know. They don't have a potion of cure this problem.
Well, they could.
They could.
What about?
But they
like,
believed
a
very
random
strongly in-
scroll of remove lycanthropy from your buddy.
Weirdly, you actually find 3 scrolls of cause lycanthropy.
That's
So what we do?
counterproductive.
So what we do is we all
We
become
all become werewolves, and that will solve the problem.
Man, that'd be a wild shift. It'd actually be kind of fun. Terrifying.
Just a fucking group of werewolves every full moon.
God, that'd be super funny because like every full moon we would just wake up the next day in various different states.
So, like every 4th episode, everything just goes all to hell, and then we go back on our normal path.
as opposed to now where normal episodes don't go to hell at some point.
Well,
Right.
yeah, but this would be chaos, absolute chaos.
Uh-huh. Like chopping monks and nuns
Why
to
is there a
bits.
group of
Chaos.
villagers chasing us with pitchforks?
What did we do
What
last
happened?
night?
God,
God,
I
my
don't-
head hurts. What did we do last
Guys,
night?
why did I
don't
wake up with an arrow in my back?
That's not your back.
What the hell is it if it's not my back?
That's an arrow in your butt, my friend.
You do find... Screw it, why not? You find... You find a couple scrolls.
Healing potions we found, just regular.
We'll say
standard.
2 standards and 1 step up from that. I don't remember the order of.
Be 2d4 plus 2 and then 4d4 plus 4.
There you
The
go.
next one's superior.
Have we as a
Okay,
group
superior.
discovered healing potions
Yes.
yet? Okay.
The elves gave you some.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Because I was about
But
to
we
go
didn't.
into like
They didn't like give us any that we traveled with. We just drank them when we were with them, right?
I
thought you
they
had
gave
some.
I thought
One.
they gave
Did
us
they?
one for the road
Yeah, they did give us
Oh.
one.
because it was all
Ooh, that could-
pretty and
Who has
sparkly.
that?
I
Elliot
don't
does
know.
not.
If I remember, I thought you gave it to your frontline guy.
Yeah, I think we did.
But that was like fucking...
Ages.
Yeah.
I feel
like
like
6
Mel
months
drank
ago.
it at some point when she fell off a horse.
No, I doubt it. I just suffered.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a cool one. All right, you find 4 scrolls. They read like utter fucking nonsense.
As most cult writings do.
Oh, so we
Oh, no,
can't-
they don't read like English ones.
Can I hold them up
just-
to Nun Theresa and ask her, hey, what are these?
Those are magic scrolls.
Ooh.
What do they do?
Well, that is kind of dependent on each individual scroll.
Can you tell us what each individual scroll does?
Are you gonna allow me to hold that?
No.
I will hold it up in front of you.
Because what if one of them's like a scroll of turn your brain inside out?
I'm assuming she can see again.
The four, I said, four
Mhm.
Yeah,
that you have are... One allows you to secure a door.
it's a spell of locking.
One of them allows you to figure out things that you have.
Mm.
One of them
Useful.
allows you to commune with plants.
Mm,
And
I don't
one
want that one.
temporarily buffs your weapon.
Mm.
You don't want the plant one? You don't want to talk to both animals and
No,
plants?
I already talked to birds and shit. It's
Dude,
weird.
you become Mother Nature.
For those who have access to things that can keep track, and again, I'll get print off for these. Arcane Lock, Identify, Speak with Plants, and Magic Weapon.
Cool. Those were my guesses.
I don't want to speak with plants.
Magic weapon would be a great one to use on your weapon at some point.
Yes.
I feel like when we have done all of the searching that we deem is appropriate, I would like to double check that the horses are where we left them and that our various foodstuffs and other traveling things are still nearby.
You found your packs. They're in your room.
No, we've been carrying them with us.
Oh, they're on you. Yeah, you found your food. Is moral of that.
Yeah,
You
other
have your
than
food.
Emery's stuff being slightly dented by a dead guy.
I'll figure
Because
it out later.
I am 1,000,000% confident if I say they took your food, you'll just go to the kitchen and take it back. So
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
But
you have your food.
But the horses are still in the stables outside the confines of the compound.
yes, and it's getting near sunset.
I'll knock you.
Let's go check out that. Let's go check out that cage.
And we gotta okay, yeah. And we gotta figure out how the other doors like lock and unlock also. Like the normal doors.
Where do you want to go first? Those are
Uh,
two different
We
locations.
should
Let's check out the
definitely.
cage first.
Well, yeah.
So
need
you
to
go-
lock me up, or I need to take off.
Oh, well,
What's your call?
I think we can.
I
Well,
say
let's,
this
check, let's
and then-
check out this cage first, and we'll make our decision from there.
You guys, she takes you, it's on the monk's side of the living quarters.
Okay.
It's the first stairwell you've seen that goes down. You go down into a fairly small basement area compared to the sheer size of this compound. It's a fairly small basement area with, we'll say there's 4 cages down there,
Okay.
of which only one really looks usable. You can tell they've not used these in a long time.
And then does the patron key ring
Yeah,
work?
yeah.
Okay.
They're not, it's not in great shape. It's something that somebody, if they were hellbent and determined, could maybe break out of. But it's metal instead of wood. You get the sense, you jiggle the bars and it's not like one's coming out of the concrete. Like, it's just not, you wouldn't want this to be a prison for a long period of time for a determined individual.
Right.
It would work maybe for tonight's purposes, unless he rolls incredibly well on a strength saving throw.
Is
It's
there?
unfortunately possible because it's a +5.
Is there?
not when you turn.
Okay.
You don't use your stats.
Okay, I use the one. Okay, got it.
Is there like one of those heavy oak doors?
Yeah.
Get down there that we could potentially lock.
This
so
is
we
by
have
far the
multiple
safest thing you've
barriers?
seen.
Okay.
He'll be in a cage and then he'll have to get through a door and then he'll have to get to the other side of the compound to get to the nuns' quarters to get to you. Because I feel pretty confident, even though they put your guys' shit in different rooms, you're all staying in the same room.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you know if you were to go up to the second floor on the nuns' side, there's a lot of meat between you and him.
With
So
that
do-
said, though,
To put
do
it
you want
incredibly
some
fucking
dinner
blunt.
before we put you in the cage, just so that you don't start hungry?
Yeah, do you
Should
need a
we
restroom
maybe,
break
like,
first too?
Put some kind of animal, like meat down here
Well,
for when he's turned.
Well, we need to make a decision. How nice do we want to be? We can lock ourselves in here and let him loose out there.
That
Or-
would be. I mean, do you want that on your conscience, Olmok?
Yeah, that's
I don't like these
Olmok.
people. I'd be happy to burn this whole place down.
You're
but-
talking to the guy who was gleefully killing people earlier.
Yeah, I don't know if we've met. I've kind of been chopping people up for fun already.
Okay, here's another way of looking at it though. Would it be easier or harder to fight the beast if you have
If you
the
don't give
opportunity?
in to its urges.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you turn into a
Fair
werewolf
point.
and you
That
already
is
I
have
start
specifically the
consuming
language that
people.
was used.
Yeah.
You
So
give in.
I think
What if it's
I
like-
think it makes more sense to put Olmok in here.
I agree.
Because
With
I
the
might
hope
lose my
of-
humanity.
We don't want you to give in to the beast's urges necessarily.
What if it's like a zoo type of scenario where he doesn't necessarily hunt live things? He just starts with dead food already, and he's gets used to eating things
we
that have already
can't
been
we can't
killed.
rely on that.
Yeah, no, I don't think we should do that.
So we could put Olmok on this cage, lock it,
Reinforce the hell
reinforce
out of it.
anything we got time to, then go upstairs, lock this door. We've got this, they called it a scroll of locked doors.
Mm-hmm.
We could put that.
Oh, that's actually really convenient. I didn't even think of that.
And this, you said this was a heavy oak door?
Yeah.
It looked,
It's not unlike the one outside. It's got an actual the iron bracers on it and everything.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
a
perfect.
solid fucking door.
so we could probably keep him in here overnight and be okay. I threatened it, but I don't think that it would do us any good to send him against, and they'll lock themselves in their own doors.
Yeah.
I think it could also hurt Olmok.
And I
more.
think it would hurt Olmok in his control. So I vote we put him in the cage and do what we can here. But
You good with that?
Yeah, I think that's best. Keep me away from
I'll-
anyone that I can hurt. Because if I forgot about the beast thing, if I give in to the beast, if I go ham in the rest of this cathedral and I just
You still may lose
slaughter
control.
a bunch of people that I gladly would end otherwise. But as a werewolf, then I might not be me anymore.
And Elliot will walk up to you and he'll kind of take you a little side. And he said, if worse comes to worse, I will give you my word that I will kill you before you can get to Jacob.
And when Elliot dies attempting to kill you,
Do not fail. If I hurt that kid, I will never forgive myself.
absolutely, there will be a million walls between you and him.
Take all my stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And we'll
Seal me
see
in
you
tight
in the
and
morning.
get the hell out of here.
Perfect. So you guys lock the door. You go up the stairs. You lock the door.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
If you want, there's a end table type thing you can put in front of the door or whatever.
Oh, yeah, we'll barricade the hell out of
Um,
this door.
There again, everything in here is like it's not unlike that Amish made shit. It's stout fucking furniture. All this shit's people are taking their
Solid
time making it
wood.
correctly. Ain't no IKEA shit up in here. And you guys make it across. As you get to your room, you're able to again. You're back on the same side, looking at the front of the cathedral, looking away from where the sunset would be happening. You are able to see the last bit of color fade off the tips of the mountains and the crest of the moon peeking up over.
All right, sister, this is time you show us how to open and close these doors because I'm tired of not knowing how to open these locks.
I assume it has something to do with this, and I hold up the pendant thingy that the other nun had.
Yeah, it's that with intent.
All right, so as long as we have one of those, we should be okay.
And intent. What does that mean?
Open sesame and the door opens?
James, you go in, close the door, and lock it, and we'll see if you can open it from the other side.
Okay.
If you can't, we'll get you out of there.
Okay.
Lock yourself in the room. Go.
All right. I attempt to lock myself into the room with the thingy.
You close the door. You have it inside?
Yeah.
With you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The door closes.
Cool.
I think we're doing this backwards.
No, I wanted to see if we had it on the inside, if we can get out. That was the goal.
Remember, they kept locking us
Oh, that's
in.
right. Okay, sorry.
All right. So with the thingy on the inside, I'm going to wish really hard, like I don't want to be in this room. I want to leave.
Sure. Yeah.
There's no place like outside. There's no place like outside.
All right, seems fine.
All right. You guys get inside the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell, sister, we're doing you a favor by keeping him locked up.
I
Make us
appreciate
regret
that. My only focus is making sure that young man stays alive until Lord Ashraphael arrives.
All right, well, you're going to stay in here with us.
And if you don't mind, I would like to bring in another to trade out with me. We've had somebody sleeping all day to prepare for the night watch.
No, we mind. You
I,
can suffer.
Just 2 of them? We can take 2.
I would not stay. I don't want to press my luck with you any further. I would leave. She would join. Same exact mission. If anything, I am throwing my life at the mercy of the beasts. So.
Does she have that? Does she have one of these fancy little metal sticks too?
No, I don't want her to get fucking pepper sprayed.
Yeah, what is this thing anyway?
It's a stick.
It's just a stick?
We've got a scroll of look at your shit. So.
We do have a scroll look at your shit, so it's all right. Yeah, they're going to have
we can look at all our shit and figure out what it is.
As she leaves and shuts the door, you see out your window, very cliche Halloween thing, full moon cresting over with a couple of clouds in front of it. Olnak, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
$16.
Theater of the Mind is Jeremy Arfston as Elliot Brandybane, Amanda Arfston as Melanie Kelly, Michael Burnell as Olnak Varder Johnson, Michael Downs, that's me, as James O'Brien, Casey Weingarten as Emery Lee, and Mike Schock is our lovely DM. We release new episodes every 2 weeks, so our next episode will be released on
September 15th.
Our social media and website can be found on our link tree, which can be found in the podcast description. Also in the podcast description, you can find a link to Pinecast, as well as our referral code, to get you 40% off your first 4 months of a paid membership, as well as our referral link to Epidemic Sound, which gets you a 1-week trial period to their excellent platform. The music this week was sourced from Epidemic Sound, who we are not sponsored by under the Creative Commons license. The songs in order are
Quietly Tense by Martin Moses, All the Gold by Gavin Luke, Signs by Lennon Hutton, Signs of Evidence by Kikaroo, Mission Unfolding by Xperia, 1,000 Hopes by Reynard Seidel, Dark Water by Magnus Ludvigsson, La Vue Chien de Marseille by Magnus Ludvigsson, and Mist by John Algar. We also use Dark Howl Tonal and Coyote Howling Night Grass Blowing in Wind Prairie, Oklahoma, USA from the Sound Effects Library.
The Theater of the Mind theme, intermission, and outro were written by Mike Schock. Theater of the Mind is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, and incidences are used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblances to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental.
Hopefully that was good enough. We'll see what happens.
Indeed.
Did I really just mace a lady over a metal stick?
That's
Yeah.
okay. No, you know what? We could have
You
killed her.
flashbang.
Fair.
I was lined up to kill her, so it's okay. When
Yeah.
we saved her life.
Yeah, we saved one of them
I
after
still want to
murdering
punch
several.
something.
She doesn't deserve it.
Hey, they were fucking around and finding out. Okay, they had stuff out and they were trying to hurt us. And we played that game before, and so far it's worked in our favor.
You rolled a 16 total?
Correct.
I'ma chop you in half. I'ma chop you in half.
Is there any chance we cannot go 6 weeks this time?
That is my hope. That was a long fucking
Yeah, that
time.
was-
That
too
was
much
a
of a
really
break.
long time.
I was Jones until I was like, I really want to play.
Yeah, he hit me up last week. He's like, it's this weekend, right? I'm like, man, I wish.
It's like, no, it's next week. I'm like, fuck!
We're up to 8 on Wild Magic.
Holy
God.
shit.
I did 6 spells this session,
That's
Hey.
wild.
and I did not hit it.
Yeah, we just need to change die every once.
So
once
if
a die
I gotta
fails
cast
me,
another
I just need to
spell,
get
where
another
you
die
are
from
at,
you.
So we
Like,
need,
God, this one's betrayed me.
so we need to